now we have to do some news so that we can pay the bills. Oh wait, they
Yes.
don't pay us. Damn it.
No, no, no. So what would you guys say do you think Fantastic Four movie that's coming up, is this going to be a great movie? And do you think Marvel's going to do everything in their power to bring the Fantastic Four into the consciousness of all the peoples out there so that the movie does well?
I think that if it doesn't suck, not if it's good, but if it doesn't suck, they will have done their jobs.
Well, I feel
Considering
like
all the stuff arrayed against this,
Marvel is putting all of their eggs in the Fantastic Four basket right now because there
they
is
need Reed Richards.
there's an upcoming new miniseries from Marvel called Fantastic Four FanFare. Here's the people working on this miniseries: Jonathan Hickman, Mark Waid, Dan Slott, Chip Zdarsky, Andrew Wheeler, J. Michael Straczynski, along with
And
art by Alan
and,
Davis, Mike Allard, Pitchell, Roman I don't know if that Rosanna, and Mark Begley. So
and Q Doctor Strange turning you going, is that everyone?
I saw this and I'm like, they're throwing all their A-listers at this right now, at least that are
Mm-hmm.
currently working. So obviously they want this to do well. I don't know. And I feel like that's why they're doing it, so that to get the Fantastic Four people, comic fans talking about them again to help the movie do successfully, which is very different than what they've done in the past when Fox was doing the movies because they wanted them to fail. You know, they killed off, what was it, Johnny Storm right before I believe it was the Fan Four Stick came out. And that was done so like people would not be reading Fantastic Four and this movie would fail. Like it's an open secret, but that's what Marvel was doing for a while. I
They
don't
get
know.
rid of a lot of the toys too, or the figures, or like they killed everything,
Yes.
even the
In fact,
marketing.
Well, this was the time where they were killing the X-Men in the comic universe as well. They're doing
yep.
the same thing and pushing the Inhumans. Sure.
Yep.
That worked out great.
And it's funny too because like we had talked about Diamond last week and I collect the Diamond Marvel Select toys. They're the ones that I collect. And they just came out with the Fantastic Four over the last year and a half. Like they didn't have a Fantastic Four. Now all of a sudden they have them. So it's like, yeah, Marvel's like, all right, let's push these guys, and that was I think the start of it. What do you think? Are you excited, Don? Like, I mean, some of your favorite writers are on this book.
Yeah, I'm excited for sure, and I'll definitely get into that. But first, I want to answer kind of your question, like, are they trying to bring the Fantastic Four into the greater lexicon? Absolutely. Marvel Rivals, if you play Marvel Rivals right now, they're heavily featured. They're basically on the load screen. They're all sitting in the Fantastic car. You know, then of course we're talking about the MCU. We got Doomsday, we got Secret Wars. That's all Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and
Yeah,
then of course the comic that I reviewed for the channel, the Ultimate Wolverine, that Ultimate Universe is all because the maker, Evil Reed Richards,
yep,
has made this world where he prevented all the heroes from happening. However, mutants still happen, but mutant doesn't always equal hero. So that's the whole kind of dichotomy. Yeah, actually kind of interesting. So, anywho, yes, the Fantastic Four are certainly being featured right now. Now, getting back to like all these heavy hitters on this book, I actually love this move. I actually really think that they should not come out with a comic book unless there's a story there that somebody wants to write. I know this may be like going against the grain, seeing how there's a whole industry centered around weekly releases and stuff, but like I think that's kind of killed the industry a little bit. Absolutely, it's an IP farm, but just we've already talked about the economy of it. The pacing of comic books, you're just not getting much in these $5 books. But again, if you save all your heavy hitters and they actually want to create these stories of A-list properties, that's the other thing. This is Fantastic Four. This is A-list. You should
yeah.
put all your eggs all in this basket because you've got a chance here at an Avengers level event that people
Hmm.
like to give a shit about because it's a Fantastic Four. So I'm all for it. Absolutely. If you want people to go out and spend $5 per comic or whatever, you need to bring in the big dogs. I mean, and to the smaller people who get opportunities with Marvel, DC, and all that, that's wonderful. Believe me, Dave sat right next to me as I geeked out to Rich Douek because of Marvel stuff that he did. So, not throwing any shade at who's not a heavy hitter, but I know I like the move and I want to see more of it.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, that was still funny. We've known Rich for years and he's just a guy, but to me, and then you meet him and I was shocked. I didn't realize, like, yeah, I knew he wrote that stuff for Marvel, but I didn't realize, like, oh my God, you're gonna geek out.
Yeah, that shit was awesome. It was a really good fucking idea. And he did it in one issue. Like, it's a whole thing. I'm telling you. It's Rich Douek. Look him up. He's awesome.
Yes. So yeah, I think I'm excited. I'm gonna definitely check this out when it comes out. I'm sure
Yeah.
we will review it on our channel and
If it's got J. Michael Straczynski involved with it, I'll review it.
Really.
Love that guy's stuff.
Yes, I know.
That guy's been influencing my childhood since Captain Power and the Soldiers of Future in the 70s.
Right. Yeah, and it's funny because we met him, and I remember that interview, and like John had 1,000 questions because of all the stuff that he's read and watched. Yeah. Thanks for watching this clip from the Superhero Speak podcast. And don't forget to watch us live every Sunday night right here on this channel.
While you're here, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss out on any of our great upcoming content.
Speaking of content, don't forget to check out our website, superheroespeak.com, where you can find the podcast, links to our social media, merch, comic reviews, and so much more. That's superheroespeak.com.
Thanks for watching, and don't let your cape be caught in the door. See you next time.